Blessed love and greetings, massive. It's the original Tuff Lion at you once again with some ideas and presentations for all the reggae guitarists out there and aspiring guitarists in this world of music. Now, for your consideration, what I'm proposing to you to learn today, or to really think about and spend a little bit more time understanding the voicings of chords and how to use them, and perhaps even when to use them. I don't think it would be fair or wise to dictate when to use the chords, because using the chords can become a part of your own fingerprint. So I'm trying to help you understand that, you know, it's how you do certain things and when you do certain things that can give you certain marks of distinction, okay? People who have problems with bar chords, I have a couple little shortcuts that I want to share with you quickly, and I'll go into that right now. If you're familiar with the open chord C, the C shape, this is the fingering for it. You might want to try to learn how to reformulate your fingers on the chord using your baby finger, your third, and your second finger. For the simple reason that it can help you along the way of establishing other chord voices and other chord positions. The position sometimes of a chord can be as important and as distinct as the voice of a chord. Because if you play an A major here and an A major here, they're both A majors, but they have totally different sounds. The timbre of them changes because of the position of the string. And you see what I'm saying? They all have different voices. To get back to the C major formation, if you can get accustomed to playing your C major chord like this, it will prepare you to play a C sharp like this, and a D major like this, D sharp, which ultimately becomes an E major chord. So all you're doing is you're keeping the same formulation as a C major chord, but by using your first finger to either bar across from the A string to the E, from the low A string to the high E string, you can move this chord around. And there's another version of this chord that I'm going to reveal to you later. It's an edited version, but my main thrust is to show you how to create and establish. Okay, it's the same as if you were doing a D major chord like this with the first finger and the third finger. Notice how it sounds different from this D chord. They're still D majors. These are points of distinction that you got to check out, and you can suss these out, and I'll tell you why they're important in just a moment. My second thing that I want to tell you is for those people who are having problems with bar chords. Okay? There's another way to reformulate the bar chord and kind of help you learn how to find the positions of these chords very easily. So, if you look at the formulation of the open E chord with your first finger, your second finger, and your third finger, and you become accustomed to playing it like that, there's a way that you can reformulate it using your third finger, your second, third, and fourth finger. Just simply shift them around and you're still playing an E major chord. But it gives you the advantage of sliding up a half step to playing an F major in a bar, then an F sharp, G, G sharp, A. You're still looking at the E chord, the formula of the E chord, but this finger, your first finger, becomes the nut. Your first finger, if you think of your first finger in chords as the movable nut, it will really help you to lock down on understanding what they are. E, knowing that the next note is F, will automatically F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. Okay, It's very simple. I mean, I'm not trying to oversimplify, and I'm also not trying to take a totally academic approach, because a good percentage of you viewers are like myself. You maybe don't read music. Well, it's, even though you may not read music, you can learn things through osmosis, and you still have a responsibility to learn how to communicate musical notes with your bandmates. That's your responsibility. You have to know when the keyboard player says A major to D, A minor to D minor, you're supposed to know what an A minor to D minor is. You know, it's your responsibility. That's how you make music. Other than that, you're making confusion. So we don't want to make confusion. We want to make good sound. And of course, you'll be learning this as you ascend the ladder. There's lots of ways to play one particular chord. And if you can find out the ways that you can play one chord, you should be able to find out how to play the rest of them, because there's a certain relativity. It's all connected. For an example, you have an A major in the open position that is like this. That's an A major in an open position. It's a very, very popular chord. It's a very popular chord used by people over the years. You know, those one finger kind of guys. Then you also have this type of A major chord. As well, you have this major chord. As well, you have this A major. And this A major. And you have this as an A major, type of A major. This takes it down to 4 strings, and you're playing this. Finally, there is the other abbreviated form of a major chord from this position, which sounds like this. So I'm playing 4 chords, 4 notes. Now this gives you a lighter or quicker sound when you need it. It's a faster, lighter sound. Sometimes it may appear to be complicated, but it's thinner than this, and more, let's say, less traditional than this. I don't mind playing these chords. All chords are good. There's no illegal chord. There's no illegal chord. So anyway, I just want to pass that on to you. Finally, there is another thing, just for the sake of even some of the ranked beginners. One way to learn how to remember chord shapes is, as I learned, and I'm passing this thing on, I'm giving credit and respect due to a guy named Pepper Brown, who increased my knowledge by, and I'll share it. It is his technique. I call it catch and release. I call it the catch and release technique, where you hold the chord, you hold the chord, let it go, rest a moment, and reform it with your hands again. But you start to develop again a muscle memory for how your fingers and if you know, you say, okay, this is an E major. It's an E major. It's the same as this E major. It's how you formulate it with your fingers. What are you commanding your fingers to do for you, especially when you need to have it done. All right, so look, my next version, I think I'm going to be talking to you guys about minor chords and different variations and substitutions with chord. Okay, that's important. You see, the reason why I should also tell you that I'm bringing trying to stress the importance of doing voices, because if you're playing in a band or an ensemble with one keyboard player and perhaps a second guitarist who might be playing lead or rhythm, but sometimes he might play rhythm, you guys, you can diversify and fatten the sound of the music. If one man is playing an A major in this position and another is playing, the guitarist, for example, is playing an A major chord in this position, and perhaps someone is playing an A major chord in that position, it diversifies, it expands the sound of that A major chord within a song. And this goes all the way across the board in every different type of chord situation that you're using. Knowing different voices allows you to make a a more substantial contribution toward developing the sound of the bad. You see what I'm saying? The sound of the bad. Music has one sound, but the people who play the music together can create a sound, a bigger sound, or a more defined, or more defined sound of themselves in an ensemble. So I'm just trying to pass on some little tricks and some little tips along the way. I hope you don't mind. Thank you for taking the time to check this video, and the art of playing guitar video. That's another way to get started to playing reggae music. I don't propose to be the author of it, but I've worked very hard at becoming the best rhythm guitar player that I could possibly be, and I want to try to impress this upon you, that again, you cannot be me, I cannot be you. Be the best you can be. Strive for the best that you can be. Strive for excellence. Use your passion and turn your passion and let your passion work for you, because other people are listening and other people will benefit. That is the reason why we play music, right? Okay. Heart to love. Tuff Lion out. Love you. Bless.